Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use this fancy new tool I made. It's actually kind of an old tool, but I've added some functionality to it, and I thought you could use a good tutorial for how you can use it at home. Here we have my how much yarn do I need spreadsheet. To use this, the first thing you want to do is make a copy. You'll need a Google-friendly email address to open it, I think, I don't know. Anyway, once you have it open, you're going to go to File, and then Make a Copy. You can name it whatever you want. Make a copy, and it'll open in a new tab, hopefully on your computer, and you'll see it here. Now, I've zoomed in on my monitor because this is very small, so we're just going to use this one here. Now, the way that you use this is, first you want to make some squares using the yarn that you want to use in your project. So if you're making one of my all squared away blankets, this is perfect for that. You can make a few squares up. You want them to all be the same size. And you want them to be as big as possible or as many as possible to get the best results. Now, I happen to have made a blanket already in the yarn that I'm going to show today. I'm going to use Caron Simply Soft for my next blanket as well. And the blanket I'm working on now has 4 15 round squares in it, so I'm going to use that information. I got my kitchen scale out and did all the math here. So I have 15 rounds in my sample, and I have 4 of them. So I'm going to do, you can do this on a calculator. You can take the weight of your 4 squares, divide it by 4 and put that number in here. Or since it's a spreadsheet, you can do equals your weight, mine was 390 grams, divided by 4. And it does the math for me. It's very handy. So you can see the 15 round square has 97.5 grams. Now, if you're using ounces, it works just fine. You'll notice in here there's no units. So whatever unit of measurement you're using, just continue using that the whole time. I'm using grams, so that's what we're doing. So now this will tell me how much yarn I need to make any size square, granny square, from 1 round to 16 rounds. Now this is pretty helpful all on its own. One of the first things I did to add functionality to this was to add these columns here. I started with 1, and then I needed 2, then I needed 3. And if you need more than that, you can just copy that and paste it here, although you'll need to play with this a little bit too. So I'm just going to get rid of that. So let's say I need to make, I don't know, 3 5 round squares. This tells me I need 36.6 grams of yarn. I can take my scrap ball that I have, put it on my kitchen scale, see if it has enough yarn in it, and then I know if I can get all the squares out of it that I need. This is useful for me for figuring out how much yardage I'll need to make a particular project. Let's see, let's say I need, I don't know, 28 3s and 13 7s and 4 15s, which is what's in the blanket I am going to join today. You'll see for the squares I need 822 grams of yarn. Now this is not useful yet. These 2 columns here, not super useful yet. What you need to make these work is to fill in these. Now I'm using Caron Simply Soft, which is 170 grams and 315 yards. So now this has changed. The total yardage is about 1524-ish. And that works out to almost 5 balls of yarn. So if I had 5 balls of the Caron Simply Soft, I could get all of those squares out of them. Now, when you're making squares, you have a little bit of waste left over at the end, unless you're really good at yarn chicken. So let's say I want to see what squares I can get out of 1 ball of this yarn. So I'm gonna get rid of these, just for clarity's sake here. I'm gonna say, can I get 2 15s? No. So I'm gonna change that to 1. Then the next size down is 7, so let's add, I don't know, 3 of those. Oh, that's pretty close. I'm going to go with it. See if we can get a 3 round square out of it. Maybe. Probably not, but it's worth trying. See how close that is? Right. So that's how I use this tool. I'll also use the multiple categories if I'm doing, I have some patterns coming up that look like things, so I needed to know how many squares would be in the thing that it looks like and how many squares of the background color that I needed. So I don't know, let's say 20 of these and 6 of those and I don't know, 3 of those for the one color, and then I had say 18 of those, and then 2 of those, and 2 of those. So now I have the total weight of the main color is 395 grams, say, which is more than 2 balls. So I want to have 3 balls on hand just in case. And for the background color, I need like 1.5 balls of yarn. So that's how I used that. To use this spreadsheet, you only want to put things in where it's white. So an extra thing that I don't have a specific place for is if I'm using a scrap ball of yarn. So if you have a scrap ball of yarn, you're going to weigh your yarn and see how much you have. I've got a ball here. Let's just weigh it up real quick. So it's 40 grams. So I'm going to do equals 40 grams divided by the grams in one ball. I can click over there, I can just put one in 170. So now I see I have 0.235 of a ball. Okay, so what can I get out of this? Probably not the, no, definitely not the 15, right? Because we've got the 97 yards there, or weight there. It was 40, so yeah, we could get one of the 7s and the rest will be 3s, right? So let's try 3 there. I'm looking at this number compared to this number. Might be able to do 4. No. So I can get 1 7 round and 3 3 rounds. Or, let's see, 5 of those. Nope. 8 of those. 9 of those. 8. Or 8 3 round squares. So that's how that works. You can use the spreadsheet to do this like I did, or you can use a calculator. It's up to you. So that is how you use my how much yarn do I need spreadsheet. I hope you find it helpful, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.